January 2021 Planning and Zoning meeting to order. You should have received an agenda. If there's no suggestions for changes, we'll proceed with it as printed. First item of business is approve the minutes. We didn't have a meeting in December, so we're going back to the November minutes. They weren't included in your packet, but you should have a copy if you don't. Are there any corrections or deletions or changes needed? If not, I'll rule those printed and distributed. Approved. Don't have a long agenda today. We have no report on city council actions because we didn't send anything to them for them to act on. We have no old business. We have two public hearings. First one is the Dalton Subdivision, a request for a minor subdivision to reorganize two platted lots into two differently oriented residential lots located at 809 and 811 Black Street. Mr. Coots?
All right. So this is a request for a minor subdivision. They're calling it Dalton's Division. Basically, the property consists of two platted lots going kind of east-west. The lot currently has two buildings on the property. They straddle the property lines, so we had considered them to be one property for far as permitting goes. The property is at corner of Walker and Black Street. The request is to subdivide the property into two lots so that each building will be on its own separate lot. The property is currently zoned R3, which is multifamily district. Multifamily district does allow for well, things as they are currently, the multiple buildings on the lot. It also allows for a duplex on a separate lot or a single family house on a separate lot. This is the drawing showing what the plat would look like. As you can see, you'd have one building on each of the lots. The buildings would meet all required setbacks for the subdivision as proposed. So just to summarize, it reorganizes two platted lots into two platted lots, again, just differently oriented, so that each of the existing buildings are on their own separate lot, and it appears to be in compliance with all requirements. So as you move forward, you can find that it meets the requirements, recommend that the City Council approves it, find that it does not, or find that it might need some conditions, or table it so you can get some information. Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions?
Todd,
Yes.
there was something about a sewer line that serviced one of the lots that would have to go across the other one and need a easement, or?
Yeah, just to be clear, the house, which is lot 2, it doesn't front on a sewer. The sewer line's actually along Walker Avenue, so there'll be a private easement that will be recorded with the deed when they sell the property to establish access for lot 2 to have continuing access to the sewer. Now, the easement won't be on the current sewer line. It'll be on a ideal future location for when the current sewer line needs to be replaced. But the Public Works is satisfied with that meeting the definition of access to sewer.
Any other questions? If not, we'll officially open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to this issue, please come forward. State your name and address for the record. Please try to limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. And please try not to repeat anything that's already been said previously. Anybody wanting to speak to this issue? Hearing none, we'll officially close the public hearing. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion, we send this to the city council with our approval.
Second. You have a motion and a second to approve this, send it to the city council with our approval. Any further comments or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Bowie?
Yes.
Eberly?
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Monty Shields,
Yes.
Stephen Shields,
Yes.
Kreider.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Thank you. Second item we have under public hearings is a request for a minor subdivision to subdivide a platted lot into 2 commercial lots located at 1600 Old Wire Outer Road. Tom?
This is also a request for a minor subdivision. They're calling it Outer Road Park. It's located on Old Wire Outer Road, which is, it's also at the corner of what's called West Side Connector, and it also is adjacent to West Side Drive. This is for better reference to the location. It's kind of near the Menards in the West Side shopping center, across the street from I-44. This is currently the property that has the mini storage on it. Somebody's looking to purchase the property, but they're looking to subdivide the property into 2 lots. The property is currently zoned C2, which is the general retail district. This is the plat showing the proposed lots. Although, let me go back to the air photo. The front half, we'll say, is the part that is more developable. The back half is many feet below the grade where the streets are. So in talking to the applicant, most likely they would fill the front half and leave the back half undeveloped. But they're proposing it to be very large, long lots. So just to summarize, this would subdivide this 1 lot into 2 commercial lots. It will allow for the redevelopment of the property, and it appears to be in compliance with all requirements for a minor subdivision. Well, do you have any questions for me? Yes.
So, if I'm looking at this correctly, when we do if we do the new lot line, some of those storage buildings might be on both lots. Is that gonna be an issue, or?
Well, actually, I laid it out and measured. I wasn't sure if where that would line, but the line actually would be between these units here. It appears that they did that on purpose.
Okay.
So some of the lots, some of the storage buildings will be on lot 1, and some will be on lot 2, or is it flip-flopped?
Correct. The stump storage units will be on each lot temporarily until the property is
Goes
redeveloped.
through the middle. I didn't know whether you'd superimposed and turned it around or not on your graphics. Okay.
And the plan is to keep the storage units?
No.
No.
Any other questions? Okay, if not, we'll officially open the public hearing. Everything I said previously applies to this issue. If you would like to make a comment, please come forward and address the commission. Seeing none, we'll officially close the public hearing. Any other questions or comments before we vote?
I had one, access to the street or the outer road. Is that, there's no issue there?
The outer road it's a MoDOT road. The applicant has spoken to MoDOT anyway. It shouldn't be an issue getting an access somewhere. There is issues with you may have noticed that the outer road is kind of sunken compared to the surrounding topography, and the surrounding topography is solid rock. So there'll be some issues with getting to the road and whatnot, but their plan is to access Old Wire Road. I'm not 100% sure that they can legally. It's probably not feasible. Not so sure that they can legally access the West Side Connector or West Side Drive. So Old Wire Road would be where they would have to connect when it's developed.
To climb up and get on the west side pavements would be worse than going on to the street. I mean, mean, you climbing quite a hill to get it anywhere,
Yeah, currently it's about 10 feet difference between Old Wire Road and that property. They're gonna regrade the whole property, so I imagine they're gonna scalp a little bit off the top there, and it'll be even with Old Wire Road.
it's really not our issue.
Yeah.
Any other questions? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
I move that we send this application to the city council with our recommendation for approval.
Second.
You can take your pick, Martin or the other Shields. I don't know which one was first, it's pretty much simultaneously, so. But we have 2 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. Roll call vote, please.
Martin,
Yes.
Eberly,
Yes.
Bowie, Monty Shields,
Yes.
Stephen Shields,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Kreider.
Yes.
The motion passes.
We have no new business. Chairperson has nothing to report. We have no outstanding committees. Tom, do you have anything else to report?
I guess I may just ask you, so I handed out the binder to each of you. We've been talking about it. Now, as I said, we'll be adding things to it as time goes on. But so right now it just has the packet in it. Majority of you requested for your packet to be mailed to you. I don't know if y'all received it yet. We put it in the mail for sure. Now that knowing that we'll have so the plan is to have this binder with the packet in it ready for you before each meeting. Is there still a need to? Just wondering if all of you still want, who are now receiving it by mail, would still like to receive it by mail. Since we'll, like I said, I'm thinking we'll have a physical copy for you here.
Can we access it online on the city website before the meeting so we can look at it beforehand, or?
We'll email it to you. We email you the
Okay,
packet.
Okay, yeah. So,
And yes, it should be
As long as
on
we
the
have
city
access to
website. It's
it,
on
so
the
we can have
calendars.
some idea what we're gonna do, that's fine. But we can pick it up beforehand too. Are you gonna just deliver it here?
Yeah, well, the plan is we'd have the book, we'll be preparing the binder the same day we're emailing it out to you, so if you wanted to come by and pick it up, you could come by and pick it up as well.
Okay.
So y'all are gonna keep the binder?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need it mailed.
So I guess,
Yeah, I don't need it mailed.
just raise your hand if you still want it to be mailed.
I did, because
We got a Monty, we got a John.
sometimes it's really hard to read that.
Sure, and we got a Russell.
Please.
Okay. That's all I had.
So we'll leave the binders here then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Anything from the audience? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Stay safe, buddy.
Yeah, he told me it's a watch town.